What's going on, guys? Daniel back in your face again with this video series of resurrecting this 2005 Ninja 500R. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe for the information we provide. If you want to donate a motorcycle to the channel to continue what we do moving forward, I've made over 3,000 videos to help the general public. If you have a bike that you have a title for that you don't want to deal with or do anything with, hit me up. My email address is in the description below if you'd like to donate to the channel to help us buy parts. This entire channel is designed to help everyone else, not myself. But it is nice to get your back scratched. I do devote a lot of time, energy, and effort to this channel. I have millions of views and only have thousands of subscribers, which makes literally no sense to me based on the amount of people I've helped, which means a lot of people are taking the information that I provide for them for free for granted. It would be very nice to have some of that returned in my favor. I don't have to take the time to make this content for you guys. I choose to, so just all I'm saying is show some love, you know what I mean? Anyways, this is going to be part 10 of this series. Carbs are in, everything's installed. It started. We made the new tank guide for this side using the old one. If you want to learn how to make a new tank guide, go ahead and just watch the last video. This is going to be on an entire playlist, which is going to be in the description of the video. Today we're going to be installing that tank. I got to put new rubber grommets in the panel holders, which I'll get into all that. That is special order stuff you guys will have to do. Then we're going to see if this fuel tank is any good and if the petcock is any good. So check out my intro and I'll see you guys back in a second. So let's if you remember me when we first took this tank off, I said it didn't have these little rubber pieces, and it does not. So what I'm gonna do is grab a couple of these. I feel like these are the ones that I'm gonna need. We can test that here in a second though. These look like the ones that are gonna fit, and so I'm gonna come over here. We're gonna see if these actually fit. Should go right there if they fit on there. That looks like a yes. Looks like a yes to me. So once I pop that in there, however, they might actually be a little too big, but I think it's the ones that are going to work for this tank. So I don't think that those are the same size. Let's see if we can fit that in there. Oh, I take that back. We can fit those in there. These ones might be more what we're looking for here. They are missing on that. Let's see here. Is that going to spread enough? Oh, I think we got a winner. I think I can use either one. I think the hole is identical. I think I can definitely pretty much use either one. Nope, these have a smaller hole. We're going to use these. Let's just push one in there. Like so. Give it a little spinneroo until we get it popped in. There we go. Same thing with the other side. Give a little push until they pop in. Spin it until it seats. There we go. Seated on both sides. So now we've replaced those rubbers. You can pick up these motorcycle plastic repair kits and rubber kits on eBay or Temu. That was a Temu one. That entire thing cost $3 and I've used it for lots and lots of motorcycle projects. So let's prep this tank. There's a little bit of fluid left in it. There's a couple things I want to check for before we go any further here while the battery's disconnected. One, I want to turn on. Actually, I don't think I have to. I think it's an off. If it's not leaking while it's an off, then it shouldn't leak. Yeah, I think we're good. If I were to turn that on, let's just check that. Let's turn it on real quick and see if it's gonna leak. This is a really difficult spot to put this. Let's take this over here. Let's take this over here. And technically, this is vacuum driven, so I wanna make sure this petcock is still in good shape before I reinstall this tank. So this is the vacuum lead on the back there, if you guys can see that. I'm just gonna pop this on there, like so. That'll let me pull through it and we should see fuel leak out there if it's going to. So I'm gonna lean this back and suck. So there might not be enough fuel to actually get to it. Let's try reserve. Yep, there it is. Okay. So with it on reserve, when I sucked through it, it stopped as soon as I cut vacuum. So that petcock is working exactly how it should. So that's a plus. So I can reinstall this tank now and I'm not going to be concerned. However, I am going to get the rest of that crap out of there while the reserve is on. So I just have to keep constant pressure on that diaphragm. So let me get the rest of the fuel out of this, and then we'll add new fuel and we'll pop the tank back on and we'll try to start the bike for the first time. Okay, fuel line. I don't know if you guys can see that, but fuel line has been popped on, vacuum line has been popped on. So now all we got to do is settle this guy down in there, push it up to where it goes, drop this in, make sure our rubbers are still in there how they should be. It looks like they are. Let's see if this lines up. Not quite. We got to move this forward more, which means my tank guides need to go up more. Okay, my GoPro died. I apologize, you guys. I put 2 new screws, 1 on each side. Fixed those. The rubber pieces that were missing now hold these side panels on. Tightened. Hooked up down here. All of this is tight now. It has new fuel. It should be ready to fire up for the first time with the tank and stuff on it. Welcome back, guys. So this gives me a chance to actually talk about today's sponsor of this current video that you guys are watching. This company reached out to me. Hopefully I get to do some business with them in the future. It's really nice when companies send me things while I'm working on projects. I kind of tell them what I need, and if they're on board, they send me stuff for testing. I will be doing a product review separately for this, but this is Himito batteries. They make actually I was looking at their batteries. They make very quality batteries. This is a auto glass mat AGM deep cycle that they sent me to install in this bike. So we're going to get a first-hand taste of exactly how much power these have. But if you guys are interested in supporting the channel and the things that we do, as well as this company, I will put a link below that you guys can purchase from. I'm not actually choosing to do affiliate. I'm just posting their link. I always try not to do affiliate stuff if I can. I will accept stuff like this on my channel because it helps, but I don't want to wrap myself up into a bunch of affiliate sales because, again, that's not what this channel is about. However, I do not have an issue with helping companies that choose to help me with projects and stuff. So I'm not trying to make money off the back end of anything. The link I post will be a direct link for purchase. If you support my channel, the things I do, and you want to say thank you to the company for allowing me to continue making this video and help you guys, then hey, you know, this battery is pretty affordable. I'm going to tell you right now that it is definitely a quality battery. This thing is extremely heavy, which tells me a lot about the quality of this battery, the fact that it's this heavy. So I should not have any problems. It looks like it's sealed pretty darn well too. Let's unwrap this together a little bit and have a look. So this should be 230, I want to say. It's like close to 230 cranking amps, which is actually more than the bike needs. Not by much, but this will definitely assist with the crank up on the bike. So as soon as I started experiencing the battery problems with these, I'm like, you know what? It's just time to crack this out. I told them I would install it in the project. Let's put it in. And don't forget, guys, we want to support the channel and support this company and them being awesome for sending us a battery so that we can continue making the video. And I didn't have to come out of pocket to do it. Hey, you know where that link's at. I'll make sure it's in the description for you guys. Let's go install this puppy. Fresh battery installation is now in there. Everything's tight. The bolt that was missing there, I found one in my bolt drawer over there, replaced it. All this is fixed in and tight. All this is tight. Everything is routed where it should be. New battery in. Well, let's see if it fires up now. About to go on its own power. Took a minute to get some fuel to those carbs, but it's picking up pace now. There we go. Not really a fan of this HID setup they have on here. It draws a lot of power, which is making things flicker unless it's at a certain RPM range. But there you go, guys, running on its own power. New carbs, new everything. Sounds pretty good. Definitely needs an oil change. Sounds great. Absolutely great. I figured it would take a second to get going. As this warms up, the RPM range will continue going up. Sounds wonderful. Seat can go back on now. You know, we tightened down all the reupholstered stuff. Now it's just little stuff from here, guys. Not much left to do. All the brakes work now. Needs an oil change. Sounds great. Front brake, perfect. Since we did all that, I'm gonna remove this guard from here. I need to tighten the clutch cable because I noticed the clutch has a lot of play in it, so that'll be the next video, is tighten the clutch cable and see what we can do about all this stuff, all this gunk that's on here. So, but I had to get this ready to go take to the DMV because I got to get the title for it, and because it was not a state title, I have to bring this all the way down, so I had to have it running, but I also couldn't allow the mileage to change, so I can't even take it for a test ride yet. I don't really think I need to, though. It's running absolutely perfect. So I'm gonna let it run for a bit. I will see you guys in part 11, and that'll be kind of wrapping things up here a little bit, oil change, things like that. It's all gonna be little stuff for part 11, and then part 12 will be the first ride on this after we clean it and get it all pretty and all that. So don't forget, this entire video series will be on a playlist for you guys. I hope my videos help. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe. Do me a favor. I don't have to make these videos for you guys. I choose to. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Toodles.